I said we're back for your questions. It's part 2.
Sweet.
So, part 2 Q&A videos. Crispy Crunchy
Oh, nice.
asks, if given the opportunity to interview any 90s Nick character, who and what would you ask?
Ooh, does this include cartoons, or is this more like...
I was only thinking of cartoons.
Oh,
Roger Klotz.
You gonna interview Roger Klotz?
Why not? Be like, what happened?
Oh, man, it's gonna be a real sad story.
Yeah, I want to know his family dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
I bet his dad doesn't come home.
That's true.
Yeah. Hey, funny!
Oh, man, he needs like a father figure. Or
Like, no, Roger, this isn't funny. This is serious.
His mother's working real hard.
3 jobs.
4 little kids who we never know about. Is like...
You got little brothers?
He got like his mom just had quadruplets.
What? There's a bunch of Roger Klotzes? They dropped out of school to
They
support
dropped
the
out of
family?
school out of 4th grade, and they're just like,
Roger's like the one hope. They're like, one of you guys has to go to college.
Roger, you're the one.
Here's a question from Katie does an FTBA.
Yeah.
Who would win in a fight between us?
Oh, God damn. I mean, what? I get badger hand. I get real mad. I'm a
I don't
hugger.
know.
I just give you a nice little hug.
I don't know. I've never been in like a real fight.
Yeah, I think you could probably drop someone. You probably got one good punch.
I would have to. Because I don't think I'm a brawler. I don't know what it would take for us to get into a fight.
We would never fight.
Yeah.
I think it would
neither
be-
one of us are that angry of people who would want to fight.
You'd be like, I fucked your dad. And you'd be like, like that.
I would just be really confused by on so many levels.
Where's my dad?
Why?
You like guys? What's happening?
I would have so many questions that I wouldn't like. Punching you would be like 8th on the list.
I mean, I bet I could make you fight me. That's the goal.
That's the goal of Matt and Matty now. Is I want to make you fight me. Hugo the Sewer
Oh, Huckster!
Hugster says, when are we getting a Matt and Matty original song?
Right now. Go! Bing, bing, ding, da, ding, da, ding, da, ding, da, bing, da, bing, da, bing, down. In that land of Zulu, Montana, there's a boy and another boy. They're dressed to kill and they're looking to kill.
Okay, so that's not our first original song. We have talked about releasing music because we both obviously are quite skilled musically. I think we want to do some Grandma Fuzz.
Grandma Fuzz, if you guys don't know what Grandma Fuzz was, we made
First
it up.
episode.
First episode. It's a stupid
Fake band,
They got
but might be a real band.
We might actually release some EP, singles, full LPs, double disc, cassette tape, combo
We're not that
pack.
creative.
Oh, you unleashed me with some moments of... what?
MZ Ashley Pie says, what are your go-to fast food meals? What restaurant do you go to first if you're drive-through? That's how you drive.
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell? What do you order?
Bean burrito, no onions or red sauce.
Okay.
Chicken quesadilla. And then usually one of their things they're selling. Like their specialties.
See, McDonald's is my go-to.
Really? Empties?
Yeah. I get just a plain double cheeseburger, large sweet tea, and a large fry.
Oh, you are fucking middle America. Oh, God.
That's me.
That's just...
That's my go-to.
A large sweet tea?
Yeah.
How many cavities do you get?
Like 20.
Oh, no.
Becca Robertson, there's a lot of extra letters in there, says, if you could have your version of a Pizza John-esque logo, what would it be? So, John Green has the Pizza John shirt, which
just
is
says
his face
pizza?
and just says pizza.
Yeah.
And that's because he just really likes pizza. Instead of Pizza John, what would blank Matt and blank Matty be? What would be the one thing that encapsulates you as your food item?
I don't think it's food, it just says gross. It's just my face and it says gross.
It's Gross Matty. That's the name of it. Instead of Pizza John, it's Gross Matty.
Can someone Photoshop that? Let's make that a thing.
Gross Matty.
Gross
I think
Matty.
it's a brown shirt.
Yeah, find a sweet image of my face, make it a vector. It's maybe me going like... like a vector.
Valerie, if you're watching, Valerie's the one who made Pizza John.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Valerie made Pizza John?
Yeah.
No way!
Yeah, she just made the picture one night, posted on Tumblr, and was like, hey, this should be on a shirt. Someone should make it a shirt.
And that
then
blew up?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah, Valerie is the Pizza John god. What would mine... I mean, I eat a lot of pizza. So that's... I mean, I can't steal that one.
No, I think you could be... You do like whiskey.
Ooh, Whiskey Matt.
Whiskey Matt could be kind of cool because...
It'd be like a...
Oh, I was gonna say, all of the drunk photos that like randomly pop up of Gatos like at a wedding where he's like, you gotta lean forward.
Whiskey Matt and Gross Matty. Gross Matty needs to be on like an olive green shirt.
Oh, no.
And then Whiskey Matt is like a golden brown.
You got a little class to yours. I think yours...
It's whiskey.
Yeah.
It's not gross. We need to make these.
Gross, Matty.
Will we be sued by my bosses? Hank, don't sue us.
Please.
Please. Last question comes from Jacqueline Hall.
Oh, this is really intense.
Yeah.
Whoa.
This Sunday on Fox.
Wow.
Jacqueline Hall asks, I just discovered your guys' podcast. Why'd you stop that? What are you laughing at? What? What's up with?
How does that happen? How does someone just like all of a sudden be like, let's start searching for Digital Gentleman Podcast?
Well, I'm sure like maybe she was just Googling our names.
Oh.
Because she said, I love Matt and Matty, but I wish it was an hour long, not 8 minutes. For those of you who don't know, we did used to have a podcast called the Digital Gentleman Podcast, which is not the easiest thing in the world to say. Hey, welcome to the Digital Gentleman Podcast. I'm Matty Gatos.
I'm Matty Kerr.
And that's how it started every time.
Do you want us to do a podcast?
That's maybe.
I kind of want a podcast.
Because all these people now are finding our old podcasts and enjoying them, but there's no new episodes coming out.
I have an idea.
Ooh, tell me, Matty.
What if we, like, go to, like, a bank?
Okay,
and we, like, start...
This is not where I thought this idea
I
was
put
going.
on a fucking mask, and I'm like, we're gonna fight each other in front of all of you! Pay us some money.
And that's not how bank robberies typically go.
I'm not robbing. I'm setting up shop at a very communal, like, exciting place where there's money and...
Why are we wearing masks?
I don't want to damage my face too bad.
Okay. Yeah,
do you have a better idea? I'm sorry.
I mean, we could use a method that we're already kind of using to receive money from people and use that money.
Patreon.
That's the one.
I've figured it out.
Ouch.
Ouch.
Patreon.
I'll be right here. Yeah, we have our Patreon page, patreon.com/MattandMatty.
Which, I just want to, like, we're still getting, like, $10 flowing in.
Yeah,
like,
you guys are awesome.
Insane.
We are going to be changing up some of the tiers on Patreon.
And it's going to be all for the better.
So we have a new goal that should be up by now on our Patreon page. We are going to set the goal at $200 a month. As soon as we hit $200 a month, podcast.
We're making a podcast again. It's more realistic. It'll be an extended form of this and a more personal form where
we can talk about shit.
We have to chop this and screw it and make it into a 5-minute film.
Sometimes it's hard to get into certain conversations because it's like, well, we can't really get into the full context of this, or it's going to be weird if it's choppy, so we don't talk about certain things or bring up certain topics because it's like, well, we can't really talk about that in 6 minutes.
So yeah, I think if you guys are, obviously if you're interested, donate some more cash. If we hit that 200, it might be tomorrow, it might be 2 months, whenever we get close enough. That justifies sitting down and recording.
It's not like we're setting a goal of like, we want to make so much bank for this podcast, because it's just like, it's more, we are two busy dudes who have a full-time job outside of doing the videos and the podcast. So if we're going to take time out of our week, it's a little bit more incentive. Mm-hmm. And we also know that like, oh, these are people who will listen to the podcasts. So it's also worth making so that we know you're listening.
And we also need some equipment.
Yeah. Buying some new equipment costs money. Getting new merch. If we were going to make a gross Matty and Whiskey Matt shirts, that costs money.
Yeah, we actually should.
So, it's not a terrible idea. I guess this is a weird ending because there's no blah blah blahs moments.
I mean, we could do something really... Like, you could actually just hit me. You want to just do an open palm slap?
You look kind of like Billy Zane in Titanic. Like your hair. I mean, the Billy Zane thing's helping me want to punch you a little bit more. Though.
Yeah, do it. Women and children last! Me!
Oh, backwards hat guy with the glasses. Look at him, probably knows how to code.